Good morning, Trekkies. Ernesto Luton, Director of the Enterprise Project. Before I started all this Enterprise Project, this dream of ours, I was known as the Starfleet Quartermaster. Well, I'm still the Starfleet Quartermaster.
Power cell drained.
Yes, power cell drained. That reminds me, both of these are drained, actually. And the Starfleet Quartermaster, actually, it all started with this communicator. Now, I was living in Arizona at the time, and I had this bright idea. I'm always having bright ideas. I had this bright idea to turn this communicator into what it really is, a communicator. A device that will allow you to communicate directly to other people, other folks that have a communicator. In other words, a walkie-talkie. Because we all grew up with walkie-talkies. Well, some of us old-timers did. Every old-timer had a walkie-talkie set. And now walkie-talkies are so powerful that they can go miles and miles.
Enterprise, Spock here.
Yeah, Spock, hold on.
Affirmative, Captain. Enterprise out.
Okay, so I had the idea to make a walkie-talkie, and so I talked it over with a few friends, and one guy put me in touch with another Trekkie who was a lawyer, and this lawyer, he was a real Trekkie. And when I told him about it, and I told him that I wanted Motorola to be the ones to make this, he agreed. Why Motorola? Well, Motorola is the king of walkie-talkies, and they also have space satellites. So in the future, who else would make these except Motorola? I mean, it follows, right? So we developed the proposal. We went to Motorola. We even had them sign a NDA, a non-disclosure, and they signed it. And we were so excited. And then they responded. They said, look, they asked us, how many units did we think we could sell? And so we did the research, and we based it on the largest group that there was out there, IFD, whatever that large Trek group is. It escapes me right now. But thousands and thousands. I think we said, okay, 50,000 first run. Who knows? So everybody's going to buy two. Well, you have to buy two. They're walkie-talkies, and you're going to buy two sets, each. So we had a big number, but in the end, they turned us down. Of course, because we'd be having them right now if they hadn't. They turned us down. They said, "Look, we'll make them, but you got to finance it. We're not going to put the front money out the front." And of course, we couldn't. So I learned months ago that the lawyer has passed away. So, but it ended our dream of making walkie-talkies, but it kind of started this whole Starfleet Quartermaster thing for me, because we're an actual corporation. We formed a corporation in Arizona, and it still exists today. But now what we do is we sell Falsgraph collectibles. Falsgraph and Star Trek got together in 2000. When did they get together? 1994, something like that. 1993, I think. They started making these collectibles. And altogether, they made 30 collectible sets. Some just cups and some complete sets. And I started collecting them. I don't know why, but I just loved them. And I started collecting them. And my goal was to get 4 of each item that they sold, each collectible. Some of them are buffet sets, some of them are individual things. And I almost got there, but I'm short on some of them because it's hard to, Trekkies are holding on to them. Sometimes, unfortunately, the only way you can get one is if a Trekkie passes, and his people sell them on eBay. And I hate to, I see them and I know what's happened. When you see a set that I sell for $300 going for like $50, something has happened bad, because no Trekkie's going to sell his buffet set that's hard to get for $50. And sometimes I even ask and they tell me, yeah, So I made a will that, nobody sells my sets, because I almost have, 30 sets, 30, items that they made, and I have 4 each, only a very few that I didn't make my quota. I made a will that says, you cannot sell my stuff for 100 years. Now, I don't know if they're going to honor it. I won't be around. I don't care, I guess. But I wanted to pass them down to my son's son, or to my son, because, you got to have something to give them, So, I put it for 100 years, because that way, maybe his son, when he gets to be about 30, 40 years old, the thing is, they'll be over 150 years old. And they're so fragile. It's bone china, not this stuff they're making today. This false graft did it, right. These are bone china. You know what bone china means? That means that they actually have the bones of animals. I think cows, I don't know. But they actually used real, bones and mixed it in with the formula and created these. So these are actually biological. Not these. This is stoneware. But the ones that are bone china were made using biological matter. So, they're precious. They're not making those anymore. And so 150 years from now, 100 years from now, and they're already over 50 years old, they're going to be worth millions, something to pass on to the future. So, hopefully they'll last that long, because I certainly won't. But anyway, our dream of the walkie-talkies ended, but Starfleet Quartermaster was born, and I started making videos, the corniest, the craziest videos you ever want to view. But Starfleet Quartermaster was born, and I created my website, and I created the Facebook page, and for years that's all I was doing, until I came up with this crazy idea to come up with the building the ship. So take a look at this video, and I'll get back to you on the other side as usual. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about. Starfleet Quartermaster. So, guys, we only have, until November 5th, 2025 will be the end of our 5-year mission. And if we haven't gotten, at first I said if we haven't gotten 1 million members by then, it's over, but I'm lowering that to 100,000, which is almost equally as insane because we only have 6,000 members now. 100,000 Facebook. Look, I know you can do it because my group, Starfleet Quartermaster, has 20,000 followers, and I've seen groups start in the last month or two. They're already up to 15, 20,000 people. So, I mean, we can do this, but there's got to be a desire. And although we've got some hardcore members that, have become, coordinators and they're running groups, our numbers are incredibly low. And it's all about numbers. Just think of, now watch this video. And I'll get back to you on that side. We really got to get into this.
The army ant. This may look like a ball of 1 million individuals, but make no mistake, the colony acts as one. A superorganism with a sensory system of 2 million antennae. A skeleton made from the living bodies of workers. A defense system of soldier ants, ready to act at any sign of danger. A digestive system processing piles of food deep inside. Even a coordinated system for dealing with all the waste. These are insects that, by working together, transcend individual size. The colony can search the entire jungle and flush out its wildlife. Each day, it sends out a silent probe into the forest in quest of food. It doesn't use scouts like other ants. Instead, a vast search party pushes into virgin territory. Seeking out the signs of anything alive. They spread out along a 10-meter front, sweeping across the forest floor. To find prey, the ants must first touch it. The irony is that this, the most successful hide-and-seek player in the forest, is almost completely blind. It distinguishes the living only by their movement. As long as an animal remains still, it is safe. But the slightest twitch will give it away. Within seconds, the prey is pinned down. Within minutes, it's torn apart at its joints. The more the prey struggles, the more the ants engage. Right across the raid front, prey of all sizes are driven from their hiding places. Even wasps must abandon their homes when the ants arrive. everything alive in the path of the raiders, overwhelmed by sheer numbers.
Okay. And you see what I mean? We're ants. Little ants. You step on them. Harmless. I mean, but when they put their numbers together, they are the biggest, baddest. They might as well be T-Rexes traveling through the jungle. I mean, nothing stands in their way. And that's the way we have to be. We're already ants, and that's the way a lot of people look at us, as ants. But the little people. But together, we can move mountains, guys. We can do this. I mean, it's mission impossible until you say it's not. And it's really up to you, because I've waved the flag, I've blown the horn, I've called for, Trekkies to unite all over the world, and we've begun the process. But it's slowed down. I guess people are just tired of waiting. But we can't do anything without you. It takes you. Now, I'm asking you, how many of you have brought in 20 or more members? Be honest. How many? Because that's what it's going to take. How many have even asked their family members, their wives? I see guys out there that they have a Facebook page. Their wife has a Facebook page, but they are members, but their wife is not a member. Why is that? Why is that? Paramount will not be impressed unless we can show them that the people want this, that the Trekkies want this. So it's really up to you guys. It's really up to you. I'm going to keep this one short. We're going to show one more video, and then we'll get back and wrap it up. Okay. Now, I was expecting that I'd...
Auxiliary lighting engaged.
Computer. I don't know, this computer's driving me crazy here.
Please restate your command.
It's not a command. I want you to shut up.
Invalid command.
Yeah. God. I was quite disappointed that we didn't get an answer, a correct answer, rather, to our contest questions. There's 3 questions. And I thought, wow, they're going to, boom, I'll be giving away this ship quick. But so far, nobody. So we're going to run it another week. And if we don't get the right answers to the questions by then I guess we'll have to go with something easier. I don't know what it is, but no one seems to be able to answer this question with all these Trekkies out here and all. I thought this was going to be, boom, it's over. But no one's answered the questions correctly yet. I mean, we've had a few tries, but they've gotten it wrong. Nobody seems to know who the mystery woman is, and she's a member of the Enterprise Project. And she, although she didn't really have any credits for her acting, she was in at least 6, 7 different episodes. And she's probably one of the most beautiful actresses out there. And she's well known in the industry. I mean, she's had her picture taken with Roddenberry and everybody else, but nobody seems to know who she is, and that's a shame. So you got one more try, guys, and next Thursday we'll have a new contest, and no one will get the shit. Maybe we'll give away a Foldscraft dinnerware set or something. Anyway, until next Thursday, live long and prosper, and good luck.